You have become a wealthy second generation through time travel. Every month, there is $600 million in pocket money. But your favorite thing is wearing slippers worth $1 million. Come to the street and have a 50-cent barbecue skewer. Many beautiful women actively pursue you, but you are very afraid of these good things. Because you know, the character you traveled through. He is the main villain in urban literature, and the woman favored by the male protagonist Dragon King who lost this game. Unfortunately, it's Miss Sue from the Sue family who is getting engaged to you. Do you know if we follow the original plot development, on the day of engagement, you will be kicked into a vegetative state by the male protagonist Dragon King. So in order to achieve a smooth ending, decided to prevent this engagement. Today is your grandfather's birthday party. Remember in the original plot, you will attend this birthday banquet, engaged to the female lead Sue Muyue. The Sue family is the last of the 4 major families in Suzhou and Hangzhou. And you are Sue Muyu's licking dog. You once mobilized the entire family resources to help her. I've been licking for 3 years without getting a smile from them. So the elder of the Tang family decided to help you. That is to facilitate the marriage alliance between 2 families. After learning about it, the male lead Yi Chen. At the birthday banquet, he chopped you into a vegetative state. He will die soon. You don't want to die here. I looked up and scanned the hall. I soon saw Yi Chen sitting in the corner. His current identity is Sue Muyu's bodyguard. You're muttering to yourself, I need to quit my marriage quickly. At this moment, the female lead Sue Muyue walked over. He looked at you with a wicked expression in his eyes. I won't marry you. I think this marriage alliance should be terminated. After you heard that, the top of the head is like a wave drum. I agree. Perhaps it's because you agreed too readily. Sue Muyue didn't quite react. I thought I misheard. Meanwhile, his ear, there was also a crazy roast voice. I thank your ancestors for the 18th generation of this music. Definitely not connected. Hurry up and elope with your Yi Chen. After hearing this sound, Sue Muyue frowned slightly. I looked around. Who is speaking? The sound he heard was similar to yours. And this is indeed your voice. You only found out later. Sue Muyue can actually hear your inner voice. At present, you wish you could quickly go find your elders to break off the engagement. Thinking like this, then Yi Chen has no reason to make things difficult for you. That protagonist has a protagonist aura. As a villain myself, all you can do is not to wander in front of the protagonist. Then become a wealthy and handsome man. Be happy and joyful, to reach the grand finale. Then the 2 of you are ready to go together to the elder to discuss this matter. You, walking ahead, have a calm expression, but my heart blossomed with joy. Thinking about it, one must also live to the end of the novel with wealth. It's just a pity that she is the #1 beauty in Suzhou and Hangzhou. After following Yi Cheng, it also caused the collapse of the Sue family and led to their deaths. When the roast sounds again, Sue Muyue can be certain. This voice is definitely yours. He has been working hard for many years until now. It's not just about looks. And there is also exceptional intelligence and talent. So after quickly understanding all of this, Sue Muyu's face flashed with a hint of gloom. Yi Chen is the bodyguard he recruited recently. At that time, he was entangled by several thugs. It was Yi Chen who came to his rescue. He looked at the man at a loss for his skills. Let him stay at the Sue family as his bodyguard. Although after Yi Chen became a bodyguard, I also helped him a lot. But how could he possibly become a wife for a little bodyguard? It also implicated the family. At this moment, Sue Muyue began to develop resistance towards Yi Chen. You will soon arrive at a study room. This moment, the elders of the Tang and Sue families are discussing the matter of marriage alliance. After you heard it, you just stepped forward and shouted, I don't think it's appropriate. Everyone inside the room had strange expressions on their faces. In Suzhou and Hangzhou, who doesn't know that you've been chasing him for 3 whole years, kid? But you're here. At this point, it is said that a forced melon is not sweet. I have also reflected on it recently, discovering the personalities of Yu and me. Perhaps it's not quite suitable. Marriage is a lifelong thing. It's better to leave the choice to both parties to decide. After saying this, you suddenly feel much better in your heart. I thought I wouldn't have to be beaten to death now, but your actions have left your elders dumbfounded. Next, Su Chongshan, the father of Sue Muyue. Suddenly speaking, little fish. Did Yu force you to say that? Don't worry, what he said today doesn't count. You suddenly became foolish. Roast in the heart, Taoist uncle. Are you really messing with me? No, Uncle Su, you were about to explain. Su Chongshan has already waved his hand and there is no need for further words. Uncle understands you. Then, just watch Su Chongshan angrily say to his daughter, Yu. Tell me yourself, how has Xiao Yu treated you in recent years? On the condition theory of appearance. What's wrong with him? You forced him to say such things. You really don't know how to do it. Sue Muyue, who was sprayed with foam by her own father. I am dumbfounded. What do you mean by forcing him? This guy is so happy in his heart, okay. Meanwhile, the voice of Roast sounded in his ears again. If you don't retaliate again, I am really going to have bad luck. Hurry up, do you still want to elope with Yi Chen? Seeing him winking and teasing, Su Muyue will become popular soon. Why would my mother elope with a bodyguard? What is he? And I heard that this guy is going to find another sister to have fun with. He became even angrier. You've been chasing my mother for 3 years. How can we say that changing one's heart means changing one's heart? So Su Muyu's heart went wild. Dad, I didn't ask him to say that. I agreed to the marriage alliance. This made Su Chongshan, who was furious, immediately confused. The old man asked with a surprised expression, "Are you telling the truth?" Su Muyue nodded. A hint of rosy complexion has appeared on my face. He bit his lip and said, "He's really good to me." I was moved by his feelings. But I want to start slowly from dating. Can you hear that? Su Chongshan showed a comfortable smile. The elders in the room also smiled one after another. Only your face looks worse than eating ollies. You walk up to Su Muyue. Squeeze out a smile that is even uglier than crying. Comfort Dao Muyue, you don't have to force yourself. Su Chongshan heard about it. He patted your shoulder with a kind expression. Mu Yu is just a bit cold-tempered. Not good at expressing oneself. Don't think he doesn't like you. You're shameless. And Su Muyu's ear, it was a big roast of frustration. Are you crazy? We agreed to divorce together. Who wants to date you? Yi Chen is your true home. After hearing these voices, Su Muyu's mouth slightly curved upwards. There was a hint of a smile in his eyes. Seeing your angry and frustrated expression, he actually thinks it's quite fun. Compared to the old face of licking a dog's mouth, it looks much more interesting. At this moment, Mr. Tang suddenly spoke up. Since they looked at each other in the right eye, let's go out and announce this matter. Everyone laughed and left the study. You are walking at the back with Su Muyue. Seeing this woman with a hint of smug smile on her face. You really want to put a set of military-style punches on his face. Didn't we agree not to form a marriage alliance? You gritted your teeth in a low voice and said, but I was moved by your sincerity. The smile on Su Muyu's lips became even hotter. This is your first time. Seeing Su Muyue smiling at herself like this, your heart couldn't help but miss a row. To break up, you have to touch her forehead. See if this woman has a brain like what. If you feel uncomfortable somewhere, just go to the hospital for a checkup. Marriage is not a child's play. You must think it through carefully. Su Muyue did not dodge your hand. He said it's okay. I've figured it out. You hurriedly said, but I don't want to forcefully twist the melon. Is it sweet? It's okay. Just quench your thirst. Su Muyu's smile became even more brilliant. You look hopeless. There's nothing left to say. Why doesn't this woman follow the plot? She must have lost her mind. She's really going to get killed by her now. Roast sounds again. Su Muyue became increasingly curious in her heart. Will what this guy said really happen later? Bring the elders back to the hall. Mr. Tang announced to everyone that all relatives and friends. Today, our Tang family has decided to form a marriage alliance with the Su family. Starting from today, Su Muyue. It's half of our Tang family's granddaughter-in-law. Mr. Tang has announced the completion. The banquet was filled with thunderous applause. The members of the Su family were even more delighted and couldn't keep their mouths shut. And Yi Chen sitting in the corner. It instantly darkened. I saw him with a murderous expression on his face. Walking towards you with big strides. Su Muyue is the woman he has set his sights on. Anyone who wants to burn fat will die. He's here. He's here. He came with murderous intent. I am destined to die today. Then your roast rings again. Upon hearing this, Su Muyue. Follow your gaze. I really saw Yi Chen walking over with a murderous expression on his face. This shocked Su Muyue a bit. Because he didn't bring any bodyguards over today. I disagree with this marriage. Walk to a place 3 meters away. Yi Chen shouted angrily with a cold expression. Everyone's eyes were fixed on him one after another. The guests who came today are all noble families from Suzhou and Hangzhou. Almost no one recognizes who Yi Chen is. Su Chongshan's face darkened. What kind of person are you? My Su family's matter. It's up to you to take care of it. A hint of killing intent flashed in Yi Chen's eyes. If it weren't for this person being Su Muyu's father, he had already let his head fall to the ground. I am the Dragon King who roams the seas in foreign countries. European nobles and aristocrats. I dare not talk to myself like that. Keep an eye on the Su family. Everyone extended their fingers. The prestigious Su family, surprisingly sacrificing one for the prosperity of the family. The happiness of girls. Do you still have a sense of shame? Haha, it's here, it's here. The classic mouth cannon has begun. Your roast sounds again. Develop according to the original plot. Su Muyue was forced by her family to form a marriage alliance. At the most desperate moment, it was Dragon King Yi Chen who helped him. Take him away, and also break the shackles in his heart. Became his only reliance. Therefore, Su Muyue fell in love with Yi Chen. But at this moment, Su Muyue is slightly calm and beautiful. There is no emotion or surprise at all. After listening to your inner voice for half a day, his mentality has completely changed. At this moment, Tang family bodyguard Captain He Jing ran over. According to the original plot, he was the first to take action. He was also the first one to be killed. After he is beaten to death, the next one is you. So you quickly rushed up to stop He Jing. Tell him not to rush to take action. Today is my grandfather's birthday. Don't hurt the harmony. Did you see that Tang Deshao still has high quality? Don't argue with these barbarians. If it were me, I've already been beaten to death and taken out to feed the dog. I think he probably wants to compete with Tang Deshao for a woman. Look at his impoverished appearance. Tang Shao, quickly strike a pair and kill him. The crowd surrounding us, they praised your style one after another. Don't forget to step on Yi Chen by the way. And you're panicking to death. Why are you shouting so loudly? Can you improve your attitude? You cursed and were sent to the crematorium, but it was mine. Indeed, after hearing the words of these passers-by, Yi Chen's face turned instantly pale, staring at you tightly. It's all you, the culprit. If it weren't for you pestering you, how did things end up like this? What are you staring at me for? It's not me scolding you. I didn't even let anyone take action. What else do you want? You're being watched by him, and the situation is tight. Screaming endlessly, the bodyguards of the entire Tang family add up. Not enough for Yi Chen to hit. I just hope Yi Chen won't hit him again this time. Su Muyue audited for half a day on the first day. I couldn't help but chuckle. Laughed out loud. Yi Chen thought. Su Muyue smiled for standing up for herself. So he also tilted his mouth and smiled at Su Muyue. The corners of the mouth pulled out an astonishing curve. He walked over, take Su Muyue's hand and say, Muyue, I am here. No one can sacrifice your freedom for power. Whoever comes, who dies. You quickly retreated silently upon seeing the situation. Feeling a bit excited, yes. Hurry up, the male and female guests have successfully held hands. You can live in pairs and fly together. You in the original plot. This time, I must have brought my bodyguards to fight. And now you call all the bodyguards. Waiting for this guy to quickly take Su Muyue away. Then you will be safe. But Su Muyue took 2 steps back. Looking at Yi Chen with a cold face, he said, are you crazy? After listening to my inner thoughts for half a day, Su Muyue has already understood the current situation. The world he is in seems to be a world of art books. According to the normal plot, I have already eloped with this guy, thinking that I would become this guy's harem in the future. Su Muyue was extremely disgusted, although Yi Chen was shocked by Su Muyue's words. But he also reacted in an instant. Muyue, I know what you're afraid of. Don't worry, I am here. The Tang family dare not do anything to you. If it is abroad, he gave the order. 100,000 mercenaries can instantly wipe out the Tang family. After speaking, he looked at you fiercely. You're too anxious to be afraid. Shout loudly, are you sick? Mind my damn business. I even asked the bodyguard to step down. What else do you want from me? And Su Muyue, you're such a vicious woman. To protect her, you acted quite similarly. And Su Muyue finally spoke up at this moment, Yi Chen. You're just a bodyguard for our Su family. From this day onwards, you have been fired. Please leave here immediately. Su Muyu's stunning face revealed a hint of anger. However, this anger is not only directed towards Yi Chen. And you bastard keeps muttering to yourself. What kind of talk? Why are you so awesome? Was the previous life a machine gun? And Su Muyue said so. The sweeter Yi Chen felt in his heart. I think this woman must be trying to protect herself. I intentionally saying blackface. He has me in his heart. She is truly the woman that my Dragon King has set his sights on. So he looked at Su Muyue's eyes. There is even more gentle indulgence. The smile at the corner of the mouth becomes increasingly sinister, and confidently spoke up to Muyu. I won't leave you. With me by your side, you don't have to worry about anything. I am your strongest backing. The Tang family heard this. They all showed angry expressions on their faces. Su Muyue has even goosebumps coming out. Because of that gaze, it's like a human artifact. Let me ask you one last time. Are you leaving or not? As the Dragon King, his possessiveness is extremely strong. Never allow one's own woman. Stay in the fire pit of the Tang family. And at this moment, everyone in the Su family is already furious. Angry Su Chongshan rushed forward. I gave Yi Chen a hard push. Just Yi Chen stood there motionless like a mountain. Angered, Su Chongshan punched Yi Chen in the face. Roaring loudly, you dog. Get lost to me. Don't pester my daughter anymore. I only have one son-in-law in my life. That's the little fish. You're still entangled. My Su family will never spare you. This punch doesn't have much killing power. Highly insulting. A strong killing intent flashed through Yi Chen's eyes. Just because Su Zhongshan is his father-in-law, he just silently recited 2 words in his heart, endure. As the Dragon King, the most important thing is to learn to endure. He said coldly, since I am not welcome here, then I'll just leave. After speaking, he threw me a resentful look. This kid deliberately didn't come forward and let the Su family deal with him. I am calculating myself. It is clear that the Su family will be used to force Su Muyue to submit. The shame I suffered today. We will double the burden on him and the Tang family in the future. Blood to be returned. Remember, Yu, no matter what happens in the future, as long as you have a need, I will definitely be by your side to protect you. After putting aside one sentence, Yi Chen strode away. What are you so crazy about? It's about my hammer. Please, Su Muyue, hurry up and leave with your husband. The kind that carries a high-speed train. Seeing Yi Chen's eyes as he left, I jumped in my heart and cursed my mother. Beside him, Su Muyue was also full of anger. He has been listening to this guy muttering for most of the time. One by one, your husband. He walked up to me in anger. Just gave me a kiss on the face. Just treated like a pet dog. Fortunately, I am quick-witted and quick-witted. Quickly covered his face with his hand. Let Su Muyue kiss the back of her hand this time. Damn it, your sister. So vicious. I actually want to kiss my father. Fortunately, I have superior skills. You got it. There is still a way out today. Kezi and the others stared at each other with big eyes and small eyes. The guests roared at the comedic scene. Yi Chen, who was walking to the door, heard the cheers and shouts of joy. I turned around and took a glance. Suddenly, my eyes were shocked and my words cracked. My own woman is actually kissing another man. The laughter of the guests further stimulated his nerves. He clenched his fists tightly. In the end, he still didn't go back and started a killing spree. Because he knows. This must be Su Muyue trying to compromise and compromise. I had to do this. He is protecting himself from the Tang family. After all, my identity and strength as a Dragon King. He's not sure, but now is not the time to reveal one's identity. He still needs to continue lurking. Slowly investigate the truth behind the extermination of the family back then. Yi Chen took a deep breath. With resentment, he walked out of the Tang family. There is no need for the Tang family to exist anymore. After the banquet is over, everyone in the Su family went to apologize to the people in the Tang family one after another. I have a mischievous expression on my face. Sitting on the sofa contemplating life. How is today's plot different from what was promised? Today's Su Muyue has obvious problems. He has significantly improved his intelligence. To protect his Dragon King. Unexpectedly willing to sacrifice so much. Seeing Yi Chen's shocked and angry eyes as he left. I know you won't let me go. The host successfully survived the first plot. Reward a Lamborghini poison. Already in the garage. Please check if the system sounds. I have an extra car key in my pocket. I took out my car keys and glanced at them. Suddenly unable to roast. What a special old man. Now at home, besides money, everything else is money. You give me this thing for chicken feathers. I suspect that the current plot has collapsed. But I can survive the birthday banquet. It can be considered as temporarily surviving a plot. But at this moment, bodyguard Captain He Jing ran over. Tang Xiao, I know you're still unhappy about what happened today. Don't worry, I have already arranged for someone. It's troublesome to find that kid surnamed Yi. Didn't Tang Xiao say he's a master? I just specially called over 30 people to go. This time, he must pay the price. I took a cold breath. Good heavens, are you really afraid that it'll live to the end? He gritted his teeth and immediately called the person back. Don't hit him. Okay, He Jing quickly took out her phone. Call the person back. I feel a bit puzzled in my heart. Has the person been called back yet? It's called back. That's good. I just breathed a sigh of relief. I almost got fucked again. Then I carefully examined He Jing a few times. This guy looks horizontally and vertically. Look up, look down. Do you really look like a loyal and devoted 25th son? This child cannot be kept. Captain He, it is said that the strong wind knows the strong grass. Mudong Stone City sinks. I am very satisfied with today's performance. But I think with your talent, being a bodyguard captain is too incompetent. How about this? Our Tang family has a mining company in South Africa. How about you go over there and keep an eye on me? Me? He Jing was deeply moved in her heart. Tang Xiao is really too thick. Got it, yes. Let's go tomorrow. I will arrange it for you later. After going there, the salary and bonus will be tripled. Let's work hard for a few years first and then talk about it. I gave He Jing a heavy pat on the shoulder. Thank you for trusting me, Tang Xiao. I will definitely work hard. He Jing was so moved that she cried. Encountering in 3 paths. Grateful, I went back to pack my things. After He Jing leaves, I was satisfied at that time. Very easy to solve. A 25-year-old boy sent to Africa. You can't jump out and create hatred for yourself, can you? I lowered my head and glanced at the Rolex in my hand. The life of the wealthy. It's just so plain and boring. Holding the gift placed on the table, I walked towards the garage. Quickly, a silver Lamborghini poisoned. I left the Tang family. The Wang family's old mansion is located in the suburbs. I drove for about an hour before arriving at the Wang family. Just walked to the entrance of the living room. A tall and beautiful woman wearing a cheongsam just walked out from inside. The two of them collided firmly. Fortunately, there is a particularly developed place for Qipao beauties. The full buffer zone allowed the two to avoid. After feeling the amazing elasticity coming from the chest, I almost came out of the groove with a sound. He subconsciously looked at the Qipao beauty with his eyes. The other party is wearing a white laurel Qipao. Long black hair draped over the shoulders. Under an impeccable and exquisite angelic face. Having an absolute devilish figure. Just because of my hot body shape, the cheongsam on her body seems a bit overwhelmed. Referee, she dribbled the ball and hit someone. A foul. The Qipao beauty suddenly heard this sound. I couldn't help but stare at me with widened eyes. What are you talking about? He's a bit hesitant to believe his ears. Does this guy dare to talk to himself like this? I didn't say anything. Are you alright? I am a bit confused. I reached out and touched my nose. Wang Yishui didn't see my mouth just now. Subconsciously, I thought I had hallucinated. His face remained calm and composed. I heard wrong. Why did you come to my house? I am here to visit the old man. I picked up the gift on the handle. The atmosphere suddenly became a bit awkward. The beautiful woman in front of us is Wang Yishui, the eldest daughter of the Wang family. She is also his ex-girlfriend. She is also the second female lead of this book. Because Wang Jia and Tang Jia are close friends. They have known each other since childhood. When I was in college, two people are in the same school. We were together in our freshman year. I've been dating for 2 months. Later on, a rotten crotch socialite at school. Come and fight me relentlessly. Misunderstood by Wang Yishui, the two of them hastily broke up. Later on, I became the most famous licking dog in Suzhou and Hangzhou. After Wang Yishui graduated from university, returning to my own company and busy with work, I've been single until now. My grandfather is still sleeping and resting. You can sit down and have a cup of tea to rest first. Wang Yishui greeted her. He took the initiative to brew me tea, but a hint of bitterness flashed in his eyes. After he broke up with me back then, the two of them haven't had much contact yet. During last month's class reunion, he only realized that he had misunderstood in the first place. He deeply regrets this in his heart, because over the years, he couldn't let go in his heart, but it's already too late for everything. He has already learned about the marriage alliance between the Tang and Su families. I didn't think that much about it. Focus on watching Wang Yishui brew tea. His act of brewing tea is truly pleasing to the eye. Wearing a matching cheongsam again, brewing tea in his hands has become an art performance. Tisk tisk, even making tea looks so good. Su Muyue is the first beauty of Hammer. Look at me. Wang Yishui is the most beautiful woman in Suzhou and Hangzhou, okay? Look at this temperament, this tea brewing action. Su Muyue is far behind her. Every day, I have a bad face. I don't owe her any money. Consecutive chicken feather sounds. Sooner or later, we have to find a way to cut off this broken marriage. With my roast sound, Wang Yishui's hand trembled. The action was instantly chaotic. Almost dropped the teacup on the ground. He widened his eyes. Look at me in disbelief. There won't be anything wrong. This must be the sound of a small fish. Although this guy didn't speak up, but he heard very clearly. Are you alright? Seeing Wang Yishui make a sudden mistake, I casually cared and said I am fine. Wang Yishui shook her head. My mood suddenly became a bit excited. I seem to be able to hear this guy's inner voice. And he also thinks he's the first beauty. Can't this guy forget himself all these years? I still insist on pretending to be a licking dog. He felt a sense of joy in his heart, intentionally asking, I heard that you got engaged to Su Muyue today. Congratulations. I finally got what I wanted. That's a long story. Anyway, getting married is impossible. I won't admit it even if I die. Make a hammer knot. It's all Su Muyue who's causing chaos, okay? That stinky girl is crazy. There is someone else in my heart. You deliberately used me as a shield to act. Hear these roast. Wang Yishui was even happier at that moment. Then intentionally sit next to me. Soft voice, what's wrong with you guys? Emotional discord, no emotional friendship. Why are you asking this? What did I notice? My brow furrowed slightly. As an experienced villain, I know I want to keep going. The best way is to stay away from these female leads. Regardless of whether he is female number 1 or female number 99. His tone carries a hint of indifference. But his inner voice betrayed him. What am I doing by suddenly standing next to me? My legs are sticking up. He smells so good on him. This is his body scent, isn't it? These legs are really white. Bah, this outfit is really not worth it. It just looks good. Wang Yishui is both happy and shy in her heart. When this guy was dating him, you didn't praise him like that, did you? He had a royal smile on his lips. After bringing his face closer again, soft voice is nothing. I just want to apologize to you. I misunderstood you back then. It doesn't matter to me anymore. I don't care either. And why are you so close? I deliberately looked displeased and said, I've already put on a bad face. Why don't you hurry and go? Is there still the dignity of the female lead in Shuangwen? But take a closer look. Really cute. This skin is really amazing. Her eyes are very beautiful. There's nothing to say about body shape or temperament. Just don't come any closer. I really can't handle it, young man.